How you doing, people? Hope you're all well, and hope you all had a good weekend, and hope you're all safe, and I hope you're all ready to start a new, fresh week tomorrow. Anybody that's in recovery, anybody that's suffering from mental health, or anybody that's just overcame mental health addictions, mental health problems, and drug addictions, alcohol addictions, um, rehabilitation, any sort whatsoever. I'm proud of these, regardless of who you are, regardless of what you've done to me, or regardless of what's happened. If you see this video, I wish you all the best and all the success in the world. Like I made a video last week, basically just saying you've got to forgive, just to move on. Now, I've noticed how mature YouTube is, right? It's fucking, honestly, it's a wee bit, I don't know, I was going to say it's a bit childish, like school, but I wasn't at school. I left school when I was 13, just coming for my 14th birthday. I never went back to school, picked out of school, another school would take me. So I had to educate myself, and just to try and give folk a wee kickstart, a wee bit up the arse, right? Listen to this. Now, anybody that obviously before I made these wee YouTube videos, obviously I was doing a lot of video talks on Facebook, right? Getting loads of views, and I was getting phone calls of hustlers, dealers, crooks, criminals, all backgrounds, you name it, they were phoning me, telling me how proud they were of me, how far I've came. One guy in particular, he's got a few boys. He's glad to watch all my videos because I used to work with him, and he was explaining to his boys. He says this laddie here, he says that was one of the young boys, one of the young mob. He says look what he's been through. Okay, it's amazing and a miracle he's still alive. Take note, take heed. You don't mind doing that, Lord. The way it was getting it was, you see, when I was 14-year-old, I was a right proper widow, and I was doing well at football. Then I was 15, right, with a few football scouts watching for me. John Lambie was the Partick Thistle manager at the time. He was really interested in me. I mean, my dad could have made it football. He got a ban. He got a lifetime ban for football. People want to take in the park, attacking fucking referees, attacking other players. Crazy fruitcake on the park, fruitcake. So I was doing a bit of football, right? But when I was 13, 14-year-old, when you're 14-year-old, 15-year-old, right? Yeah. Again, I'm not glamorising any of this because there's nothing glamorising about it in the end. When I was 15 years of age, when you've got between 7 and 8 folk working for you, you're the boss of 8 folk, right? And you're paying out 8 different wages, and you've got 2 or 3 different drivers, and you've got 2 or 3 different safe houses. Then all the older ones for other villages, towns and cities, well, not so much cities or towns, are all want to try and take you under the wing as well, right? Before you know it, you're in with the Scotland poker champion. And his boys, the biggest boys about my area anyway, but they were in with the bigger boys in the cities. So I had them behind me as well, right? When you're pulling in between £5,000 and £10,000 a week as a 16-year-old, who gives a fuck about education, right? I get my stepdad was a joiner, higher up with a certain company. He gets to be an apprentice doing joinery. I was doing well at it, but the wages were terrible. Now, I'm going to get to the wage part in 2 seconds, right? For anybody wanting to let their brain see this. So I ended up just packing the job in. I got another apprentice. Now, I was working glazing. Me and the guy who was in charge of me had a big massive barney in Glasgow city centre on the job in front of fucking every cunt. They're a pure cunt teacher, right? Proper cunt teacher. They're fucking screaming at each other. He's smashing the glass with windies. Oh, chaos. So I'm going back and I'm saying to my mum one day, "Ma, how much does my stepdad make a week?" Right? Ma says, "The first one, I know that for." So anyway, she tell me roughly. So I start laughing like a right ignorant little bastard looking back, proper ignorant, right? My mum and dad worked very hard to get to where they got in life. So I'm pulling out this big wad of money. I was like, they knew what I was doing. They tried everything in their power. There's only so much a parents can do when you're a wee cunt at 16-year-olds, right? And you're a big lad at 16, you're a bit of a boy at 16. All I could do was keep trying, and all I keep doing was throw it back in their face, right? So, constantly short of 4 apprentices now. Some folk would die to get 1 apprentice. I got 4, and I made a cunt of them all. That could have been somebody else getting the 4 apprentices. I was so money orientated that making 120 quid a week was fucking nothing. I was making that in a no, right? I wasn't looking at the bigger picture. I didn't understand. At school, putting me at school before just after 14, and with no education, again, they left me basically in the rut. They left me living in limbo. They left me with no other choice but to go down the criminal route. And a lot of folk can put a coin up and saying, "You could have done this, you could have done that." Listen, I was 14-year-old, with all the fucking time of the day. My mum and dad was at work. I was waking up in the morning. My street was full of drug dealers, right? Full of the dealers, like the biggest dealers in my place, all up in the one street. If you bottom to tap a dealer, maybe every 12 houses, it was all the big players, right? So every cunt's looking up to them, and they're all taking them under their wing. So if folks got to start getting, I think basically we've got to start educating the kids about the money side of things, and letting them know that, alright, I'm making 10 grand a week, right? But see the stress and anxiety caused, and there's going to be a part 2 of this, right? Because it's going to cut off now. So just cut a part 2 of whatever part 1's called, right? So just going to cut